What is going on, race fans on YouTube? My name is Matt, and welcome to my first episode for my NASCAR Heat 2 career mode series. Just going through, there are the career mode settings as we start our hot seats. Some of the settings might change, like the fuel wear or the race length, but that is the basics as we start off looking for truck series teams. We check for our first hot seat offer. For Daytona, no offer. We look to view the results as Matt Crafton will win the opener. We move on to week number 2, and it's the Active Pest Control 200 at Atlanta, and we do get an offer. It seems to be about the same for everyone else on what tracks they go to. And out of all the teams, it's Jennifer Jo Cobb's number 10 truck. Looking for a top 22 finish for $12,000 at Atlanta. It's a very old track. It's not too bumpy. It's not modeled very rough in the game, but still has some wear character to it. It's not very fast through the corners. And the trucks, however, you can really stay on the gas. You never really have to let off and use the brakes. So with that, I went through some of my settings. I went up on the right track bar just to get more turn off on the corner. My controllers itself is off for whatever reason, so I had to change the steering offset. I also moved some tire pressures down lower on the left and higher on the rights to make it turn a little bit better, and we went down on the wedge just a bit. Wasn't too sure what was going to happen. We get out in practice, and well, guys didn't like us being out there, and we got ran over and into the wall we go. There's JJ Yaley and more cars start to pile in, and I almost run into Austin Hill right there, and I hit him, so that was unfortunate. We did run some practice laps. The first clean lap I did ran a 33.3, didn't think it was that fast, and the following lap I ran the exact same thing, a 33.343, so I decided we wouldn't practice anymore. Now for qualifying, I got off at turn 4 very slow. It was near 140 miles an hour, and I think that's why I was down by a good 3/10 or so on my qualifying time, but it didn't really matter because we weren't going to qualify well at all. Decided to do some more adjustments to loosen up the truck a bit as it felt very tight in qualifying. Some wedge and again tire pressure adjustments. Everything else looked good as we go ahead and start our journey through the hot seats. It's green at Atlanta. We get a good restart here just behind TJ Bell, that Nitro Circus 45. It's not really Nitro Circus, but we get a good run on the bottom, trying not to hit the apron. We hit it there, and we're behind the 28 right now. Stage 1 is going to be 9 laps, and we're already looking into 28th position, just below Mills. I think we're still about 2 wide. Not enough room below the 28, and we're going to give him a little bit of a bump, try to move him up, try to pass people, and we do get to 26th. And as we complete lap 1, I move from last to 26. Not too bad. They're 3 wide ahead of us going into turn number 1. It's still not sorted out. I'm going to try to stay behind the 28. And there's Clay Greenfield, Joe Nemechek still going 3 wide as they go down the backstretch. These AI love to race each other very hard and aggressive. They're still 3 wide going into turn 3. We're going to hit the 28. Try not to hit the 2 guys ahead or above us, and we go into the grass, a classic mistake, but we regain control. Thankfully no other trucks hit us, and we save it. We would run by ourselves for the rest of the stage. Here's a replay. It's just the classic hit the apron, you spin out, and I don't know how we saved it, but got onto the asphalt there. We're able to put the truck straight, and at the completion of the stage we were near turn 3. The top 10 drivers finished, and there we are again in 30th. The 28 truck retired, and we'll finish last for this race. I decided to gamble, go ahead and take tires, fuel, and make some adjustments since we're starting near the back anyways. No one else is pitting, so I decided to loosen up the truck just a little bit on the wedge. And yeah, so now we got fresh tires. That means we try to work our way up through the field. and we're getting ready for the green. Stage 2 of Atlanta is underway. Spencer Boyd, thegruntstyle.com Chevy. Get a good run. We kind of bump him. We look to the outside of him. We do go to the outside of him. We're 3 wide now, and doesn't look like we're going to clear them. Again, I think this 10 truck is like a 3-star truck, so it's not going to be that powerful. I thought we were going to lose him at this point, but they're going to really bunch up going into turns 3 and 4, and so that means we can get right up to the back bumper of the pack. I believe that's Yep, that's Mills. I'm going to push him, get below Ross Chastain, and we get below him. Some contact was made. We got to stay off the apron. We hit it there. I keep thinking to myself at this point, do not hit that apron, because that's what messed us up in stage 2. Working our way, trying to get around Mills. Mills seems to have the better advantage coming off the corners, but it looks like going into the corner, we will out-race him as we catch up to TJ Bell. We move up a bit. The truck seemed to do that a lot all race long. It was fine entering the corner, but once it got to the center of the corner, it wanted to jump out of the groove. We hit Todd Peck, really pushes him towards this cluster of trucks. There's 2, I believe that's Joe Niemanchek that's on the high lane there. As you see right there, the truck just went up. Couldn't keep it near the yellow line. Not too sure where to go. I decided I'd wait. I kind of followed Joe Niemanchek thinking we'd do something. I push him and he gets a run, but then I go back down the pack and I push him and we now got a better run. And I'm just going to bump draft him like it's Daytona. I'm looking to the bottom. We're looking. They're still going too wide up there. Can't really make a pass. But yeah, right there again, we slide up. And that's when cars behind can get that opportunity. Peck is on the apron. Is directly centered to the transition. You see in the rear view, they're getting aggressive, trying to pass me. Clay Greenfield shuts the door on us, shuts the door in that bottom lane, and now we have to work around him and Peck to try to get those positions back. TJ Bell is in our rear view. Greenfield is really protecting that position. I try to go wide and arc it, and yeah, I stay in the high lane here. And I needed to get right back down because I didn't want TJ Bell to take that position. We do get behind Greenfield and still got a really good run right on the bumper of Greenfield. And I get right to his quarter and we're there. And I have a huge run past him and right next to Todd Peck. And same thing. I make contact with him. We get back down. We hold that position. We're now in P21 with 3 to go in the stage. And if I recall, there are guys pitting. For whatever reason, with ×3 fuel and this 25% and stages and whatnot, these AI start pitting. A lot of the trucks start pitting, and we've already pitted. We pitted at the end of stage 1, so we don't really need to pit again. So look at how many trucks are coming into pit road. As you see there, we are 10 laps to the good, and technically pits would be closed. I don't think it's modeled in this game because we're going to cross the line with 2 to go, but look at that. Peck is second and I am third. I don't know who the leader is, but us being in the back, I guess Peck may be pitted under the stage. I'm not too sure, but I mean, it looks like here he's going to go down pit road. He's near the bottom, but he doesn't do it. I wonder if because we reached 2 to go, they're not allowed to pit. We got guys behind us, so they're probably concerned on how much fuel they have because pits are closed, and so. This time by is the white flag on the stage. Peck gets really sideways before the start and finish line. He's still near the bottom. It's like he's trying to conserve fuel or something. We're going to get down to the bottom. The truck was turning really well there. Got a nice arc into the corner. Come off the corner, right by the wall. Peck is still very slow. And so we're going to look to see if we can pass him before the end of the stage, because he is first. So whoever was up ahead went down pit road. We're looking, we're closing the gap. At this point, doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Can we get it? He's going to do the same slide, and it's not enough. We're going to be second in the stage. That's our first stage points of the career mode. And yeah, there's the final results. Clay Greenfield, I forgot who it was. Spencer Boyd, he also finished near us. It was odd. on who was pitting and whatnot. The guys who were a lap down, who obviously pitted before the stage ended, also pitted. So I decided to pit, and I knew that I wasn't going to lose too much ground. Just made a 2-tire change. Probably should have gone for 4. Wasn't too sure if I should gamble or not. But we are still second. But Regan Smith out of nowhere decides not to pit. Now he's the leader of this race. We're in the restart box. We're going green for the final stage of this race. I believe it's 11 laps or so. And we get a great launch. Right at the line we pass Regan Smith. And it looks like we're just going to say goodbye to the field. But as we get into turn number 2, it looks like Regan Smith and everyone else is going to come and completely pass us. As you can see, there's Peck right there, Spencer Boyd, and the 12. A lot of these guys who were back there with me, there's Mills, are now up there because they stayed out at the end of stage 2. So now these guys who are usually near the back are getting points from the stages and looking to finish strong for this race. But as you see, there are a bunch of hungry trucks behind us, and it's 3 wide. I'm on the high side of 3 wide. I think there's some contact with whoever that Toyota was to the left of me. We get back 2 wide. There's Clay Greenfield, and out of nowhere, John Hunter Nemechek. This huge run on the outside, probably has fresher tires. But here's the deal. There's a lot of trucks back here that are a lap down, so we don't really have to worry about losing positions. There's Christopher Bell, who's in 10th, but that's 10th 1 lap down. We're still in 6th, so we're looking good at this point with 9 to go on this race. Again, just the strategy from the trucks at the end of stage 2 are putting us in this good position, but we're stuck 3 wide. Matt Crafton on the outside, Chase Briscoe on the bottom. I'm just getting devoured by all these trucks. There's another truck on the high lane. Can't really tell who that is. It's a 22 truck, and Mills is kind of back there too. I believe that's the leader that's all the way up there through the quad oval, and might be Regan Smith. I'm not too sure, but gone. Just as soon as I fell back, the leader took off, and there's still more trucks coming in. We're going 3 wide here. I kind of squeezed them too much. I go up high, almost in the wall, into the marbles. We're good though. There's Myatt Snyder, Chase Briscoe again. So I got passed by all these guys in that small mistake and coming down the track. Travis Quapple goes up the track into Chase Briscoe, and we have a caution somehow. Must have been someone further in the back that spun out, caused a wreck. No one else was pitting, so I decided we didn't need a pit. We were good on fuel, and we would go green. So because we're still on the lead lap and there's a lot of guys lap down, we're starting 6th. Back up near the front, we have another chance. Regan Smith in the box, going green this time. Green flags out. We get a huge run. We're going to push Mills. He's going to get right next to Todd Peck, and they're 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide. I'm helping Mills up there. I'm not too sure where to go. There's Spencer Boyd, almost looking 4 wide for the lead. It's not going to happen. They're 3 wide for 2nd and 3rd right now. Regan Smith is up there trying to defend them, and we're falling like a rock. Myatt Snyder. There's Austin Cindric. There's Ryan Truex passing us up on the bottom. And they sorted out their 3 wide up there, going into turn number 3 and 4. I'm still getting passed by a bunch of trucks. There's contact right there with J.J. Yaley. I believe that's Christopher Bell is trying to make the pass. He does make the pass on the outside. I'm going to come down on Grant Enfinger, and I put it into the wall. That was a big bummer. So we're not going to race these guys. There's TJ Bell. But again, because of what happened at the end of stage 2, we're still in 8th place. And the next bit of racing wasn't until lap 33 with 2 to go. There's Todd Gilliland on the bottom who will pass us up. And again, all these guys are 1 lap down, so we're not going to lose a position, except there, John Hunter Nemechek is actually 4th position. He just passed us for 8th. And I think whoever was next to him, nope, that was Young. He's still lap down. So we're looking to try to get 8th back from John Hunter Nemechek, but we're falling like a rock. Turns 1 and 2, for whatever reason, I had a really good run through there. I wasn't really catching the field, but there is a huge pack ahead of us. Anything could happen going into 3 and 4 that could possibly slow them up. They're going 3 wide up there, And something does happen. There's someone by the wall. It might be Christopher Bell. I can't really tell. No, that's the 51 of Myatt Snyder. He holds up the field. We do pass someone, and we get 8th for Atlanta. And there's Austin Hill spinning into the infield. Not too bad. Regan Smith goes on to take the win, followed by Clay Greenfield. Again, for a lot of those guys, stayed out at the end of stage 2. We're lucky enough to finish in good positions. At the end of this race, point standings, we're 19th, but that's really not going to matter as we don't have a full-time team. Austin Cindric, fastest laps. Most laps led, was Grant Enfinger. On the move, Spencer Boyd. Started 28th, finished 2nd, and tough break for Ben Rhodes, who started 2nd and finished 23rd. So we got the $12,000 payout for finishing in the top 22. John Hunter Niemancheck congratulates us as we continue to move on through our hot seat career in the Camping World Truck Series. The next few races was Martinsville. We did not get a hot seat offer there. Matt Crafton won that race. And following that was a Kansas race, the Toyota Tundra 250. And again, we would not receive an offer there. So thank you guys again for watching. Again, Jennifer Jo Cobb's racing team is interested in us, and we will see if we sign on to them after our hot seat career, or if we can get more hot seats to come. And yeah, there's the point standings. As of now, Matt Crafton followed by Austin Cindric is your standings. And I did change the wear back to ×2 because it was a little bit too easy. It was a little too odd as well when the AI were pitting at the end of the stages. So next race, ×2 wear, and we'll have to be really working from the back to try to make the hot seats. So that's it for this video. If you want more, subscribe to the channel and look forward to episode 2. Until the next video, I'm Matt Gaming 43. I'll see you guys next time.